whenever I would drive near a dog pound, I would threaten him and be like, look, see that? You're going there if you misbehave. And it's the same as like, yeah, you see that? You see that over there? That's where you're going. Let me tell you, that's where you're going. After this brief interruption to our regular broadcasting about how expensive the Chinese Tibetan Mastiff is, I will go back to talk about Steven Crowder's penis. I have been delaying that process. Okay, I've been delaying that process for some time for obvious reasons, because I don't want to think about Steven Crowder's penis. As a matter of fact, I'm on a long list of people who don't want to think about Steven Crowder's penis, including his ex-wife and maybe even former employees. So that's why I've been delaying that, but we will inevitably get to it.
The Tibetan Mastiff, immense, powerful, regal. Originating with the nomadic cultures of Tibet, China, India, Mongolia and Nepal, it was bred to protect sheep from wolves, leopards, bears and tigers, and to stand guard outside temples and houses. The Tibetan Mastiff is a primitive breed and can survive in extreme temperatures and high altitudes. Originally weighing in at around 90 kilograms, but now with selective breeding programs in China, some dogs can reach well in excess of 115 kilograms. So why is this breed so controversial?
Bro, that's like 200 pounds, dude.
Rising to fame when one named Big
This one. Look, see, every time I look at videos like this, I'm like, okay, Kaya doesn't look like this. And then there's one where I'm like, oh, never mind.
Rising.
It's not that one. It's this one. Look at the fucking face. He's like,
to fame when one named Big Splash supposedly sold for over $1.5 million in China to a coal baron, and others after him sold closer to $2 million. These dogs have cooked up their fair place in the world's media, with some Asian kennels claiming that the red colour and thick mane meant the dogs possessed real lion blood. What do the breeders of the original smaller Tibetan Mastiff think of the new immense creations now surfacing from China? And are these new larger, more brightly coloured and
yeah, it's lion's blood in the sense that they do have a lot of feline qualities. Lions are cats, and there is some truth to that sentiment. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of fucking unbearable sometimes. Okay.
Apparently more courageous creations any better than the original ones that were bred to simply protect livestock and be home guardians. Well, I'm here to meet two beautiful Chinese Tibetan Mastiffs face to face and to unravel some of the truths and myths about this astoundingly beautiful breed. Regardless of the controversy, they are magnificent dogs, and I am so excited to meet two of the only Chinese strain to have been imported to the UK.
This is Simba.
Simba, you're huge. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, he's blonde like me.
Would you like to come in?
Oh, I'd love to come
as well.
in.
We've got Nala.
Oh, you've got a female as well. Wonderful. I'd love to.
See, those are super inbred. That's why they got them droopy ass eyes, which makes a problem later on in their development, apparently.
Well, Dave, I must admit, he is huge. We need to talk about the differences between Tibetan Mastiffs and Chinese Tibetan Mastiffs, because there is quite a bit of difference, isn't there, between the two?
Chinese zoo angers visitors by passing off hairy Tibetan Mastiff dog as a lion. What the fuck? Yo, that's awesome.
Its families visiting a zoo in eastern China this week were left feeling rather disappointed. As one young boy stood outside the African lion enclosure, he noticed that what was supposed to be a lion was actually a barking dog. Now, in fact, it was a Tibetan Mastiff dog. Now, without warning or explanation, the zoo had replaced many of the fearsome animals with tamer substitutes. Foxes were standing in for leopards, rats were found in the snake cage, and more dogs were found in the wolf enclosure. Now,
did you give her a treat? What? Kaya, come here! Kaya, come here! Kaya! She pooped all on her own outside, apparently. Kaya! She's outside? No, bring her inside. Here, use a treat to con her into coming inside. Kaya, come here! Kaya! Kaya, come here! Come here! Oh, good. Good job, Marat. Kaya! Kaya! Kapag ka ba ito something? Come here. Come here. Kaya. Sit. Sit. Yes. Already know. Already know it's pen time. Penitentiary time. Oh.
one zookeeper said the lion had been sent away for breeding, but it's thought the zoo may have been trying to cut costs. Now, I really hope someone locates those animals.
Bro, what do you mean the zoo was trying to cut costs? Like, what? You think they, like, they had a lion, but then the lion was too costly, so they gave it up? Like, what do you, what kind of fucking take is that? Sometimes these people say shit, and I'm, like, shocked at the way that the news media covers certain things. You know what I mean? All right, let's get back.
The Chinese Tibetan Mastiff is a lot taller, a lot more bone, a lot more wrinkle around the face.
It's true. Read the article. Okay, whatever.
And,
okay, they cut the lines.
The density, the thickness of the coat.
And also, the Chinese have put lots.
No. I know. I know that they put a Tibetan Mastiff in there. I'm just saying, like, I wonder why they did that. I doubt that it was because, like, they were trying to cut costs. They probably never had the lion to begin with, I assume. Because if they had a lion, how do you cut costs? I guess renting it. Bro loves defending China more than anything. How is this a defense of China? What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, you literally see something happening in China, and no matter what it is, no matter how the media is covering it, I'm like, what is this? This doesn't make any sense. And you go, nah, dog, you're just defending China. What the fuck does this have to do with China, dumbass? It's just a zoo. Kaya, why are you literally on the piss hole? Why are you on your own piss? Kaya! Get out of there. Come here, play here. I'm on the piss. What's wrong with you? Get over here. Hey. Yeah, brother was like, it's communism. It's the Chinese Communist Party that turned these lions into dogs, brother. The Chi-Com. They turned the lion into a dog and the dog into a lion again. What the fuck? Anyway. Other species in the park were similarly mislabeled. A newspaper reported with another dog in the wolf cage and a white fox on display in the leopard enclosure. What the fuck? The head of the park's animal department, Liu Suya, told CNN that the animals have been substituted for various reasons and would be back in their rightful place soon. There you go. Clearly, one of the zoo management sold some animals for side money. Probably. They're saying, like, I mean, it's ridiculous to just, like, say that that's a lion. Piss dog. Tubbo! Hello, Tubbo! On a Tuesday, nonetheless. Tubbo, I'm going to be in England soon.
Lots of different colours in that weren't originally there because, of course...
I might do a stop at Brighton. You know what I mean? No way, when? Possibly next week. Who knows? Might go to Brighton.
We've got the new red colour, haven't we?
The red, yeah.
Which we can see in your female dogs. Where did this colour come from?
It's called white. It's more of a blondie tinge. It's a relatively new colour. There's only a handful of them in China. The rarest colour of all the Chinese Tibetan Mastiffs.
These animals are protected, aren't they, to a certain degree? There's a sanctuary in the north of China where a lot of Tibetan Mastiffs have ended up.
I think they obviously was overproduced.
Yeah.
And, you know, the puppy sales wasn't as good.
So even though they've been abandoned...
Bro, look at all those lions, dude.
...by a lot of people, they haven't gone and culled them or anything, have they? They have literally just put them into this massive sanctuary.
It's like a huge park, basically, with hundreds and, well, thousands of them.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but they've not, like you say, they've not been killed.
Tibetan Mastiffs were temple guardians, weren't they,
yes,
originally? And Caucasian Shepherds were guards for flocks of animals. How do you find the guarding instinct differs?
Yeah, we have Caucasian Shepherds as well. They're more alert, the Caucasians. These are a lot more calm. You don't really get much until the night time, and then they really switched on. They're unbelievable guard dogs. I mean, with people they know, children, other animals, they're fantastic. I mean, I have 3 young daughters myself, absolutely perfect. They're very, very protective over the kids. But if somebody comes now, a stranger that they don't know, they're unbelievably guarded.
Are they?
Yeah,
what would happen if that person came into your house and you weren't here? Do you think they would actually properly guard, or is it all bark?
No, well, I won't like to hang around to find out, but I'm pretty much sure.
Actually...
Yeah.
I hate dog owners that talk like this. Like, I hate dog owners that are just like, yeah, my dog. And by that, I mean just have that accent. I don't even care about the content. Yeah. No, I hate dog owners that are like, yeah, my dog's a fucking vicious murderer. It's like, all right, dude, nice. Like, sick. I don't want that. I don't want my dog to be like a fucking vicious guard dog. I want my dog to be very happy and also constantly be excited at the prospect of, like, you know, people coming into the house.
And walking along the road, how does this dog react to a dog that's coming in the opposite direction?
You pretty much don't get any reaction out of him. Towards other dogs, there's no aggression whatsoever.
Simba is 10 months old and he's really big for a dog. So what sort of care do you need to give these dogs as they grow?
He's probably the best part of.
Bro, this woman, okay, she loves the dogs a little too much. Okay? Like, what's happening here? Like, what is actually what's happening?
35 kilo at 4-month-old. They grow at such a rate that you've got to limit the exercise dramatically. Just lead walking, basically no running around on fields, just to set the weight and the pressure off the joints, and just watch the food intake that he takes. Probably around 12 months of age, you find that you can let them do a bit more.
And he's got a lot of folds, hasn't he? I mean, he's got folds around his eyes, he's got folds around his nose, and the eyelashes I noticed are curling in slightly. What do you do to help him with this?
Basically, just a weekly clean around the eyes, but they need tacking as he grows. So he's been done 3 times now.
What, an operation, like an eye lift?
Yeah, it's just a lift up of the eye and a little tack put in that stays in for about 3 months, because as they grow, the weight of the fur and the comes over and they need lifting each time, up to about 15 to 18
All right, so he's
months.
had a lot of plastic surgery.
He's had plenty done.
And this fur, it's definitely more fleecy, sort of like a Samoyed. So I imagine...
Yeah, this is like a fucking insanely inbred dog, bro. Like, this is why mutts are better, by the way, chatters. For those of you who don't know, obviously there's like working dog breeds that are like bred to, you know, like Belgian Malinois are fucking pretty solid from what I understand. You know what I mean? But in a lot of circumstances, these like super rare, super purebred dogs are fucking insane. Okay? Pedigree shit is eugenics anyways. Yeah, I mean, but it's dogs, so people don't really give a shit about that. But like, again, what? So sick? Why would you promote this stuff by buying this creature? Fucking disgusting dog owner. Fucking disgusting dog owner. You're right. No one should do it. Fuck these dogs. Fucking disgusting. Yeah. Why would you ever take care of a dog? You should let them fucking die out in the fucking wild. These animals have been domesticated for 10,000 fucking years or however long. Don't know if it's been 10,000, maybe longer. Why the accent? I don't know why. It's fucking minging. Suck your dad. It's fucking minging. Do you have a question about how long will it take Kaya to reach full size? 18 months. Mutts are being so overbred too and sold for $5,000. They're as sickly as they grow up from bad genes being passed on for idiots who don't know what they're doing. What do you mean mutts are being overbred? No one is buying a fucking mutt, dog. Okay? What are you talking about? You're making it. Who is buying a mutt? A no AKC card, no fucking pedigree. Like who's literally like explain to me what you think a mutt is. Like, my man said, dude, they're buying designer mutts. Unless you're talking about like labradoodles and shit like that, which are, again, no longer considered a mutt. Okay? That's literally a purposely bred type of dog that becomes an AKC breed later on. The only exception to that rule is basically pit bulls, who are not considered to be like a good and valuable breed. That's it. Who are also a fucking mutt. All dogs that have been inbred like this, that have become specific breeds, are technically mutts, okay? I go to the mutt shop to get my mutts. Doodle genes are incredibly unpredictable, and many of them end up in shelters because of that. Hot take, I think you should have a license to own a full-bred pit bull. I think, like, I don't know. I think people greatly over-exaggerate how fucking violent and vicious pit bulls are. And I think people also greatly over-exaggerate how non-violent pit bulls can be. I'm a bit of a centrist on pit bulls. I love pit bulls. I think they're fucking awesome. You know, I had a pit bull, but, you know, I was insanely scared when I got him about him being like a violent dog due to all the fucking fear-mongering surrounding him, that I trained the living shit out of him, and he was like super fucking kind. It's just like, that's why I get mad when people are like, oh dude, your dog's traits are like inherent, they're genetic, like that's how your dog is going to be. Your dog's personality is defined by its genetics. No. I mean, if you know certain genetic traits of your dog, you can train against them, okay? That's it. But you can train pretty much every dog, especially if you have a dog since birth. But pit bulls eat toddlers, don't they? All the time. Dude, mine ate like 11 toddlers. But, you know, those babies had some fucked ass vibes, you know what I mean? So, like, they kind of deserve to be eaten. No, the point is, like, all dogs are whatever you train them. Like, that's it. Not all pit bulls will attack out of nowhere, but any people can just attack out of nowhere. Yeah, that's not true, man. What the fuck? My gun never shot nobody. Yeah, that's a good take, but a gun is like, you know, designed with the express purpose of being shot. Pit bulls are not designed with the express purpose of like murdering. They're animals. You know what I mean? They have their own feelings. Some of them can be fucked up. If a poodle had the body of a pit bull, it would be considered deadly and dangerous. Yeah, also, pit bull is like not what you think. Exactly. A pit bull is not a breed that's part of the problem. It's a blanket category that's applied to like 5 to 6 different breeds. Staffies, American bullies, pit bull terriers all get labeled as pit bull if they are involved in an attack. So it greatly increases the you know, the breed specific element of the statistics when you talk about like breed specific stats. I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of pugs are eating toddlers. Brother, a lot of pugs are not even surviving. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, of course. Do you think you can breed Kai against their genetic piss trait? Yeah. They are. They're fucking fighting dogs. Yeah. Oh my God. She started again.
When they molt, it comes out like sheep's wool. Does it all come out in one piece?
Yeah, basically it's like one, you know, you can literally rub your hand down and you're going to take out... You're going to
peel it off.
Grooming wise, you're looking at about 10 to 15 minutes a day on a good deep brush. Every 4 weeks they go to the groomers and have a bath. Yeah. And a real good... And a good dry. Because a dog like this will get hot spots. And hot spots, if you don't know what it is, they're like eczema-y, nasty little rashes. If they get a little bit too damp next to the skin, and then what happens is you get this like eczema reaction, and they get quite sore, don't they? They nibble it, and it can get quite nasty. So to really dry these dogs, keep these dogs nice and dry is very important. What sort of stuff do they eat? All my dogs are fed on raw food. So chicken mince with a variety of vegetables in there. They love tripe. Once a week they get a nice bone, big bone with all the raw meat on, and to keep their teeth clean. You're looking about 2 to 3 kilos. Yeah, because they're quite...
Every time, bro. Every fucking time she gets mad, she's like, come on, I'm bored. Do something. And then wears herself out and then is like, all right, whatever. All right, fuck it. All right. And of course, anytime someone is walking by, she's like, oh, dude, there's activity out there. Why am I not allowed to be out there? Anyway, no matter how aggressive a dog trait is, you can literally fucking ensure that your dog will be trained well. Like, for example, right now, Kaya is a little baby who's crying non-fucking stop. A year from now, she is going to be an entirely different dog. Do you want to know why? Because I will have done a good job training her. That's how it works. The most spoiled dog probably in the United States of America. Not a good look so far. Literally the most spoiled dog in the United States of America. Look at what she's doing. Now she's stuck. She's absolutely stuck. There's no way she gets out of there. She's so cooked. Okay, now I want to see what she does with it. She's so stupid. Kaya, get out of there. Get out of there. Good job. Come here. Come here. Good job. What are you doing? What are you doing? I will not be paying attention to her when she cries. Oh my God.
These dogs, like a wolf, will only come into estrus once a year because the puppies have to be born at the warmest time of the year. They have to be born in the spring in order for them to raise.
Yeah, I can't throw the treat next to her. Her eyes are not good enough. And her smell is not good enough either. It's like really funny. If I accidentally drop the treat when I give her a treat. She's so stupid. If I accidentally... If I accidentally drop the treat instead of giving her the treat, she will literally have a hard time finding it. She doesn't even smell her own pee sometimes, so she's not very good at any of these things yet.
Them throughout the summer, and they're strong and they're big by winter time. At some point in these dogs' evolution, because of living in these extreme conditions and these mountainous conditions, they have done the same thing as the wolf. Do they still have one estrus?
Yes. When I first brought them over to the UK, I was expecting, you know, will it change with our climate and the way we keep them? But no, all mine are November, December when they first...
That is so weird, isn't it, for a dog? I mean, wolf, you get that with wolf dogs.
With wolf dogs, yeah.
I had met two very docile and laid-back Chinese Tibetan Mastiffs and felt that these were loyal and relaxed family pets. It was clear that the larger, more wrinkled lion types from China do come with their own set of health problems, such as skin folding around the eyes, some breathing issues, and strain on their joints and bones. The original Tibetan Mastiffs, which frequent show rings across Europe, look very different. They are smaller, shorter coated, with far less wrinkles, as you can see from these photos. These newer, heavy and longer coats would most certainly hold water in the mountains and would have meant these newer dogs would have perished. The previous month, I had spoken to some UK breeders who explained to me that to achieve the largest size and new coloration, Chinese kennels may have added other dog breeds to the mix. And this is why now these newer dogs are not accepted in the show rings of Europe, as their type has changed so much. As for wolf killers, these dogs to me would be far too slow and heavy to kill any wolf. As a deterrent, certainly yes, but their heaviness and slow.
They basically turned the Tibetan Mastiff, a working dog, into a Newfoundland.
Slowness would be no match for the fit and mentally charged wolf. Their long coat would be the only thing in their favour which would save them from being fatally wounded quickly by a wolf who would struggle to get a grasp around the neck. Bearing in mind that the ancient original Mastiffs would not have possessed this immense coat now being produced in China. As for lion blood, well, that is scientifically impossible, but they do possess ancient Tibetan wolf blood, helping them survive at high altitudes without sickness. The aggressive photos online seem to all belong to chained up dogs who looked poorly socialised and baited to get a good photo. However, as with any potential guard dog, raise it in this manner and man train it, and it will guard an attack. Regardless, I do really like these dogs and found their personality affectionate, laid back and easy in the house. Certainly not dangerous, but fiercely loyal to one's family. It needs to be noted that caution should be exercised around strangers and strangers' children at all times, as Dave mentioned in the interview, as they are a guarding breed and will protect you and your property with their life.
I don't like that. I hate that.
Well, Dave, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you today and your wonderful Tibetan Mastiff. And if you'd like to find out more about Tibetan Mastiffs, you can always contact Dave. And I'm going to put his website at the bottom of the screen so you can look him up and you can ask.
Fucking Lord.